All right, here we go. Hey, what's up, guys? Natsu here. Obviously, I'm in a different room. I'm in my living room right now, so that's why everything looks different. I told you, look, wooden grain walls. And, we got the
Nice.
doctor, we got a bit of Lucy just to throw in the fairy tale. And can't forget we started with Konoha Corner, so we've got some Naruto going on in the back. But the reason I'm in the living room is because we've been recording gameplays and stuff lately. So I just did, I was a lazy ass and just didn't feel like moving my computer and all this stuff back into my room. And I was like, crap! I missed the time that we were actually supposed to start because I was too busy playing Dragon Age Origins.
Ah,
And yeah,
Video games.
I
video
made it to the
games.
fourth. I made it to the fourth floor of the tower where all the mages are, and I'm destroying all the evil stuff in the tower.
Mages.
Yeah, I'm really crappy at describing this stuff. But most of you, if you play Dragon Age Origins, you probably know where I'm at, and you're like, crap, you're so far into the beginning of the game. Or not far into the beginning of the game. Anyway, hey, I went through the werewolf thing and I made it all the way to the werewolf's lair, and then I got my ass kicked by 5 werewolves, and I was like, nope, gonna go somewhere else and level. I'll be back. I pulled an Arnold. I was like, I'll be back. But yeah, I wanted to experience Dragon Age Origins because I've never played it, and I know there's a lot of people out there that'll. I can feel the air being sucked out of the room from the collective gasps of like shock and surprise. But yes, I'd never played Dragon Age Origins. I have not played Dragon Age 2. I'd not touched the Dragon Age franchise at all. And yes, for those of you out there, I know that I talk with a lot of Dragon Age fans that are like, 2 is nowhere near as good as 1, blah, blah, blah. You could just play 1. And then I just wanted to know because of the announcement of Dragon Age Inquisition and how everybody was talking about it. And I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll just.
I pre-ordered it.
Wendy is a huge Dragon Age fangirl, so I knocked on her door at like 11:30, and she was like, "What?" And I'm like, "I want to borrow Dragon Age," and she was like handing it to me, and she goes, "Not a scratch on this disc." And I looked over at her. I was like, "Who the hell do you think you're talking to?" I was like, "You have like 6 games you actually play. I'm a gamer. I understand these things much, much, much better than you." But I'm going to be kind of hosting and giving a few of my opinions and letting the 2 people here give their opinions as well.
Limited opinions, of course.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be some hatred for some things.
Oh yeah, there is for me.
Okay, but before we get into that, so we're joined by Lisana
Hey, I'm
and
John.
Doctor from the Ass Backwards Anime Podcast. That's what I'm going with for now.
To go with that one, I think my logo says something else, but I don't care. It's whatever I
Also the
defaulted.
Jessica Gintama podcast. Yeah.
I think I left it on last time and I forgot to switch it. I have a new logo for my show too.
Do
So
you like Rurouni Kenshin? Do you like yeah? Do you like Rurouni Kenshin? Do you like aliens? Do you like dick and fart jokes? Do you love shonen? You need to check out Gintama.
there you
I
go.
need to start that show. He looks awesome.
It's
Okay,
really good.
here's the best way to describe it. Do you like Rurouni Kenshin? Do you like Futurama? Do you like combining those 2 things?
Perfect.
Watch Gintama.
I'll start watching it after I finish Kill la Kill. I finally started in on it.
Oh, cool.
Just started Kill la Kill. Oh, you poor little.
I waited for the whole thing to complete because they said it was just.
You're not a teenager anymore, so it's okay if like this horribly scars you. You've earned it. All right, so I wrote down a list of like things I wanted to talk about and things I was looking forward to, and just questions I wanted to present in this. And of course, guys, this would not be a proper conversation on a live hangout if we were not checking out what you guys are saying. So we definitely want to hear the opinions from the audience as well. So please, please, please give us your opinions on some of these things that dropped at E3 as well. If you guys, I hope everybody has kind of checked out some of the stuff that they wanted to see from E3 2014. First and foremost, let me just go ahead and get the one thing out of the way that I was very, very disappointed by. There were several rumors flying around the internet about a possible Resident Evil announcement at E3, and there was not,
No.
and I was very disappointed about that. Like, I knew it wasn't going to be a Resident Evil 7, but it sounded like we would be getting Resident Evil Code Veronica Enhanced, because apparently that website has been grabbed up by Konami, and I was really, or Capcom, sorry. and I was really, really looking forward to that announcement, and nope, nothing like that happened, and I was kind of upset.
Nope.
But keeping fingers crossed for Tokyo Game Show, maybe we'll get some interesting tidbits about instead of Resident Evil, Biohazard Code Veronica Enhanced. But yeah, looking forward to that. And for those of you that were like, no Kingdom Hearts 3, no Final Fantasy 7, yeah, they made the announcement beforehand that Square Enix was not going to be doing any of that stuff for E3 because they were waiting for the Tokyo Game Show stuff. Because, Japan is kind of Square Enix and Final Fantasy's home turf.
I thought you were going to say fucked up for a second.
Still does not explain KH3 to me, but whatever. Maybe they just need more time to get a hands-on playable version out there, and they've got to wait till the Tokyo Game Show. I don't know. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about a bunch of things that happened. First and foremost, Halo Master Chief Collection was announced. Now, I'm a huge Halo fan. I am truly disappointed that I do not have an Xbox One yet, but if ever there was a reason to get one, this is it. You're talking about the anniversary edition of Halo 1, and since it is the 10-year anniversary of Halo 2, they have an anniversary edition of Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo 4 all on one disc with all the multiplayer maps in the Xbox One graphics, which, let's face it, their graphics engine is amazing. Oh, man. And you can make your own playlists of the story, which I think is a pretty cool thing. But dude, who did not like raise their hands in triumph when they announced that the Halo 2 multiplayer was going to be back? I was like, yes.
I haven't played that in years.
I don't even play Halo a whole lot, and that was kind of cool to hear about.
Yeah.
I'm also not even a big Xbox One fan yet. I'm still happy with my 360, but I'm starting to maybe have opinions changed on the Xbox One.
Well, luckily it's cheaper now.
Well, it is cheaper, and
yeah.
we're going to dive into that. We're going to dive into that in just a second too. But I think one of the things that I definitely wanted to talk about with the Halo Master Chief Collection is that I believe they said December. I may be wrong on this because I'm trying to go off of memory right now. But if you have the Master Chief Collection, when the beta for Halo 5 comes out, you get to jump on the Halo 5 beta for those that bought the Master Chief Collection. So you're already getting early multiplayer for Halo 5, and there is a crap ton of stuff you can do in that. They were showing off all sorts of stuff. Guys, if you want to see all the stuff that we're talking about, it's all out there on YouTube. You can check out all the trailers. IGN has a lot of it. That's where I found most of it. All right, so going with what Doctor said real quick. Xbox One price drop. The Xbox One is now $399, which means they dropped $200 from the initial launch price. Is this a good or a bad thing? What are the pros and what are the cons of the $200 decrease here? Now, I know they dropped it $100 before, and now they've dropped it $100 again. So let's go ahead and go with the pros. What are the very positive aspects of this?
No Kinect.
College kids can buy them.
College kids can buy them. Yeah,
maybe.
It does not come with a Kinect. Is that a pro or a con?
I'm okay
maybe,
without a
maybe
Kinect
both?
personally. It's
Maybe
it depends on if you like the Kinect or not, because I have neutral feelings on the Kinect. My Kinect is a little wonky right now. It's kind of
I like
doing a
Kinect
weird
for
thing.
certain games.
Yeah.
I feel. Yeah.
I like using the Kinect to use dragon shouts in Skyrim.
I love the Kinect for telling characters what to do in Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, that's fun too.
Singularity.
I think that most of the voice stuff that you use with it is good. It's handy, but you're limited to some stuff. I think if you've checked out maybe some videos on it trying to navigate through Netflix is a nightmare. So not everything voice related works. I mean, it's good for just going to menus and stuff like that, getting quickly to whatever it is that you want to get to.
Kind of the same thing with Crunchyroll. We're navigating through Crunchyroll is a bit of a nightmare using.
Yeah, but that's about it. I mean, other than that, it's, hey, you can command things, which some of the games you probably don't need it. And the games that you do want to play with it are like specifically designed for those, so you don't have to worry too much about it. So.
Yeah.
Mm.
Better with Kinect.
It's cheaper with without Kinect. That's all.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, if people just want to get it, I mean, they're gonna tout it as like, well, if you want the true experience of the Xbox One, you should have a Kinect with it. But you can do without it for now.
I think they took off Kinect when they dropped it the first $100. Why did they drop it another $100? What else?
Wait, that's not. Wait, what extra $100? It's only once. It's only at $400 right now.
Yeah, initially it was $600.
I thought it was $500.
No, it was only $500.
It started at $599, right?
Oh, $599. Yeah, that makes sense.
Don't remember that happening.
I could look it up.
No, it was it was the PS3 was
$400. Only dropped $100. I thought it had dropped $200.
No, it was only $500 from the beginning. It was always $100 cheaper than the PS4.
Yeah, it still is because the PS4 is still $100 cheaper. It is $300 for the PS4 right now.
No, it's $400. So it's still $400. They're still $400. It's like even-ish price now.
It's an even-ish price.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you want to do with it now. I mean,
we were at Walmart the other day and we saw a PS4 for $299. Is what it was saying.
Oh wow! Then your Walmart is awesome.
Yes. All right.
Like current MSRP is still set at $400.
Really? Wow. All right. What are the negative aspects of it being dropped? I guess I don't know. If it's just the Kinect, it doesn't feel like it's too big of a positive or a negative. It just feels like you have the choice of Kinect or not Kinect.
Yeah, most of the games that you want to play, things like even like Killer Instinct or Sunset Overdrive or even Halo to an extent, you're not gonna have to worry too much about voice. Not really. So you'll be good.
The only voice I really need to hear is Steve Downs. That's all I need to hear in Halo.
All I want to hear is Daniel Cortana.
Yeah, Cortana. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into. After we've talked about that, we'll move on to talking a little bit about some of the stuff that happened with the PS4. Okay, it seems like Sony is pushing more and more on their kind of VR technology, showing off the. I like to call it the Atmosphere, but just because it's. I swear to God, they've got like a little helmet thing, and then they've got the visor, and I'm like, look, it's the Atmosphere. Wait, no, they've got the Nerve gear. What's going on here? Is Sword Art Online real or not? What's going on, man?
Oh yeah, it's what's it called? Not Oculus. That's the other.
No, Oculus Rift is a different thing.
It's the thing. They calling it the Morpheus, Project Morpheus.
Yeah, I think it's Project Morpheus. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's VR. I'm glad they kind of saved it to the end because at that point everyone's like, oh, we got like overload with trailers and stuff that we care about, and now this is like some dude talking for a little while, talking about like, here's this thing we're doing.
Yeah, I have heard back from people that were talking about how does it compare to Oculus Rift. They were saying that Morpheus is good, but they've still got some kinks to work out because as you try and turn, it gets blurry as hell and stuff, so it's not up to snuff right yet. But I still feel that Morpheus is kind of in an initial test phase, but hopefully by the time Sony rolls it out, it'll be in a much better setup. What did you guys think about the Sony TV box? $99 for all the PS1 and PS2 games. All you got to do is plug it into your TV and download them.
It's an interesting thing because that thing has been out for a while now in Japan.
Yeah, it has, and it finally came to the U.S.
Yeah, the Vita TV, as they called it back then, which is like if you don't know how it works, there's like there's a like dedicated list of games that Vita games that you can actually play on your TV without necessarily needing all the touchpad stuff. It's a limited list, but
it's also specific Sony televisions. We need to point that out. It has to be a Sony television. And specific list of them as well. It's not like it'll do it.
My TV's from Ireland. I don't think it works with that. I have a transformer and everything so I can actually use it. Not
Jeez.
that TV though.
That sounds so sad.
It works. I just
Anyway, yeah. Back to the Sony TV thing.
Mhm. But no, I mean it's $100, which cool. I think for those of you who don't have a Vita, there are some good games on there. But the problem is most of them are limited to like stuff that has been already ported or is going to be ported to a PS3 and or 4. So or it's or some indie games.
Again, I kind of want to apologize. I was expecting to have more people on that would be able to give outside opinions, because there are certain games I know I'm gonna skip over because, well, I don't care about them. So if you're hoping for like some Dance Central stuff from me, no, it's not happening. I don't care about Dance Central. I will talk about a bit briefly about what was it, the Xbox Fitness thing that they had, or was it? No, it was Ubisoft.
That was Ubisoft doing that.
Yeah, that was Ubisoft, and that was cool. That was kind of cool. I liked how that went. We'll gloss
that
over
looked pretty interesting.
talk.
I think I saw a
When
bit
we
about
talk
that.
Ubisoft, we'll do that. But really quickly, I want to get from you guys, what were the top 5, in your opinion, top 5 E3 moments for you guys?
Oh, I mean, I didn't. Like I said, I didn't.
I want to know what the viewers think too.
Oh,
So
yeah. Like I said, I didn't have the time usually to be able to actually go and watch E3, but I have so many people that are friends with me who did watch it that they kept me updated on most things. I think the Pac-Man reveal was pretty hilarious, personally.
okay.
People losing their
Pac-Man
shit.
in Melee. I mean,
Yeah,
Brawl.
I think they lost their shit when he.
I hate having like for the new Super Smash Brothers game that I always go to the subtitle Brawl or Melee. I always go for that. This one doesn't have it. It's for Wii U or
Smash Brothers.
It's just Super Smash Wii U.
The new Smash Brothers. What did they announce with that? Like
Smash Brothers. Some I can't remember her name. The princess or whatever that showed up.
I've never played the Kid Icarus game, so I have no idea who he is.
I haven't either. And what pissed me off the most is that they started and it was all in an anime style, and they had Kid Icarus fighting Link, like Link anime style, and I was like, oh my god, they're gonna make a Link anime? This could be like a Zelda anime? No! And then it's just an announcement for like Kid Icarus characters in Smash Brothers Wii U, and I was like, fuck you guys and your traitorous ways. By the way, we're now here with John from Chainsaw Buffet. I think he's doing a little shout out for Metal Gear 5.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I was wearing a tie at work, and I'm like, you know what?
Screw it. Tie at work. He's like,
eye patch.
He's not choking himself with it, so.
War has changed, guys.
War has changed. So has gaming, apparently. Yeah.
Forever. I don't know if you guys, but gaming's changed forever now.
Yeah. All right. So you got 4 more moments to pick there, Lisana.
The Uncharted trailer.
Really? Uncharted 4 trailer, even though they didn't have any gameplay?
I thought just seeing the graphics of it was amazing. As somebody who's, in school for becoming an animator, that was really cool for me.
Oh, yeah.
I'd probably rank that up. I'd probably put that up there as well. It's mainly because I've been a huge fan of the Uncharted series for a while now.
Yeah.
And I
haven't played the second one yet.
Please do. The second one is so much fun. But
if I get a PS4, I will play them all.
Yeah, hopefully they do something akin to what they're doing with the.
I bought a 2-pack of Uncharted 1 and 2, so I do have that, and I have played the first one. I haven't gotten
to play the second one. It's like
Dragon Age first. I have not played Dragon Age Origins, and now I'm playing it because of all this hype about Dragon Age Ascension.
Yeah, I've got to do that soon
the first
too.
2 Dragon Age games kind of suck.
Really? I know a lot of people that said the first one was really great, and then the second one sucked.
Okay,
They said for completely different reasons, because the first one's broken as shit if you're playing as a mage. You can, kill enemies in the next room without going into said room. And the second one is just like, it's all in one location, so it gets repetitive.
The second game,
I'm playing as a ranger, a female.
Well, you clearly chose wrong. But
look here now. I did not choose wrong. I chose right for my playing style.
Yeah, you choose. These games are built so you can choose however you want. I mean, it's the same with Mass Effect and stuff. I didn't choose wrong because I chose a female infiltrator.
I'm really just kidding. Like, don't take that seriously. I'm not making an indictment for Richie's life choices. Although
males Vanguard. So there we go. That was my Mass Effect. And I played Jesus all the time. Anyway.
Also, nobody told me Doc was going to be here, or else I wouldn't have done it.
All right, so you got 3 more left.
Let's see.
And then it's everybody else's turn. By the way, John, while I'm gonna call on you last, so you have time to think of this.
Okay.
The is what were your top 5 moments from E3 this year?
I actually took prodigious notes, so you can get to me whenever.
I have notes too. I'm sitting here looking at them. That's why, I took notes on different things that I wanted to talk about.
I think I got another one.
Okay, you got another one?
Yeah, I think all of the stuff I've been hearing about Destiny that got announced at E3, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because that
announced,
I've been seeing.
Finally, a story trailer, dude. It got announced 1 or 2 E3s ago.
Yeah, it's been.
I haven't been paying attention to E3s.
You need to check out the trailer on YouTube.
I will, but what I've been paying attention to is the customization. I got blown away by the customization, how good the graphics look just on the customization screen, because that's what your in-game character is going to be. Those are the graphics for your in-game character.
I already had a shit ton of love for Destiny, and then they dropped Peter Dinklage in it, and I was going.
And you're just like, yes.
And for those of you that are that have a PS4, I hate you so much right now because you get to do the beta for Destiny like Doctor is doing right now.
I know you hate me right now.
Yeah, Doctor, I love you so much for coming on the show and hanging out with us, but fuck you.
Fuck that guy, man. What an asshole.
What a jerk.
He's sitting here playing it while
I am literally playing Destiny right now as we're talking.
He's such an
what
ass.
a dick.
I know, right? All right, you got any more? Because I think you got 2 more left. Yeah, see, now you just need to go check out the stuff from E3. You'd have stuff to talk about. Doc?
No, wait, I was going to say the Mass Effect 4 stuff was kind of cool. I think there was a Krogan. Pretty sure there was a Krogan in that video.
There was a Krogan in that.
The Krogan! I love the Krogan.
Yeah, but the Krogan looks so different.
Well, yeah, if this is going to be taking place a little bit long enough in the future, it's probably just adaptation evolution.
No. They're saying they for a long time have been wanting to redesign the Krogan because they didn't like how it looked, and now
they look badass. They're turtle dinosaur bat things. Like, they based the original Krogan's faces off of certain kinds of bats.
Okay, so that was an interesting thing. Number 5, then, since you're apparently going to finish this list off.
No, I don't think I have too many more. Aside from all the hatred I'm pending. I'm holding in all of my hatred for EA.
Yeah, you've got 2 conferences that you apparently have a lot of hate for. All right. And that's where I'm just gonna let you guys argue back and forth, because I want to know if John's gonna let you stand with your comments or if he's just oh hey, we got more people.
Hey.
Holy crap! Okay.
What comment am I standing for or against?
You'll see when we get to these conferences. She's got some conferences. Which is really, really funny because she hasn't watched any of the E3 stuff. Her friends have just been texting her about it.
Oh, well, then I may take some level of umbrage with...
I've been seeing clips of it, and
But
I've been
I brought
reading
her
news
on
sources.
because I knew she was going to have hatred for at least one conference.
Yeah, and I've been reading news sources on things, too.
Okay, so... Alright, so, Doctor, top 5 moments of E3. Then we'll move on to John, and then finally Jalal, who just joined.
Okay.
Actually,
There is no ranking in any of this, by the way, when I'm saying this.
Same.
Mainly because like I am going through my tweets, and my very cryptic tweets are like the only thing that allows me to understand what the hell I was talking about or watched. I mentioned Uncharted, which is one thing. The Bateman, all of the Batman Arkham Knight footage. Wow.
Oh, dude. I gotta say, I loved how they screwed with everybody in the trailer, making them think that like the game had like died or been corrupted, and then popped Scarecrow, and Scarecrow looked amazing.
Scarecrow looked sick. It's just like
super scary. That was awesome how they did Scarecrow. I love that design.
Jump scares.
Oh, it wasn't a jump scare. It wasn't a jump scare. That was the best
Oh, you're
part.
making it sound like one. Sorry.
No, it was how Scarecrow looked.
there's more of like the signal got hacked and like the hack slowly faded into Scarecrow just sitting there menacingly with his head down.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it was. They made it look kind of like the code in the game got corrupted and everything, and then it switched to where it switched to where the bat symbol turned into like that. The sim. You remember Arkham Asylum when when you had to play as the Joker at one point, and they had Batman like it was basically the reverse of the beginning of the game. And they had Batman strapped up to the freaking rolly bed thing that.
And Scarecrow poison gassed him for the first time.
Yeah, and it was the last time. He actually turned the bat signal upside down and put two eyes on it to make the bat symbol look like an evil smiley face. It was awesome.
Cool.
But that was in there and everything. Yeah, it was cool. All right, Doc, what else you got?
Let's see. I have. I don't know why I have this as a moment because it's not a good thing. It's more like I just laughed like uncontrollably. It was during the E3 press conference, like at the very end. For some reason, Steam Pyro. I have no idea what the fuck was that for. It looks so. Everyone, go play this demo at the top of a roof for no reason.
That sounds awesome.
It was so dumb. I was just sitting there. I was like, "What's going on with this thing right now?" That was just like an uncontrollable mess.
4 games on the roof. We don't give a fuck.
I feel bad because I need to know the full title of this thing because I don't have anything on me right now that allows me to say because I didn't write it down properly. John.
Is it the Dead Rising?
God, I thank you, God.
We are going to talk about the Dead Rising thing.
Arcade Remix Hyper Edition EX Plus Alpha.
Oh,
I was
wrote
just
down Dead Rising 3 Arcade. That's all I wrote down because I was like, I'm not right.
No, it's like a Tribe Called Quest. You got to say the whole thing because it is like every prefix of every Street Fighter game except for Champion Edition was missing.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so absolutely pitch perfect for what that DLC was and the company that was putting it out there. It was brilliant. Like, I don't own an Xbox One. I don't, at this time, plan to buy an Xbox One, so I'll probably never play that game or that DLC, but I loved that announcement.
That was the best thing I've ever seen in, like,
it was
ever.
Tremendous.
I love that part at the end. They're like, tofu.
Boom. Right. And it's out now. It's just like...
And then they had like a giant M. Bison zombie. I was like, oh my god.
This is so stupid.
I just remember sitting there thinking, yep, this is like Candyland for Doc and John.
Yep.
Yep, that's exactly like, I mean, I'll probably pick it up on the PC once it comes out, but like, if I would have had an Xbox One, I know I was gonna end up getting Dead Rising 3 eventually.
And the funniest part was they were like coming soon. Wait, that's not soon enough. It's available now. And I'm like, holy
yes,
crap.
just pull the Sega Saturn. It's out right now.
Well, we can get into this later, but this was the year of, this thing that we just showed you a trailer for, you can go and play that right now.
Yeah. I think
this was definitely the year for it. Yeah.
This is only for me, but I'm really glad they're making another Crackdown game.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Crackdown.
I love the hell out of the first Crackdown. Fuck the shit out of that second one. I don't count it. I don't count it at all. I am glad they're going to just straight up reboot Crackdown for the Xbox One. That's, man, like that. Like even though I forgot if that's the game that it came with the. Was that the one with the Halo 3 beta or Halo 2?
Yeah, yeah, it was the Halo 3 beta.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think I bought it way after that beta was done. So, and it's just like, man, I really hope people just did not buy it. It's the same. There's the same thing with the Devil May Cry Metal Gear Solid thing. Was it that one or is
Son of Anders.
It's Son of Anders. My bad. Son of Anders Metal Gear Solid thing. Where you're in it for like mainly the demo, but honestly, it's still a really good game.
Yes.
It's upsetting. But like people, if you ever had like one of the original Xbox, or you have it, it's out on the Xbox 360 in the arcade.
Yeah.
So you can pick that up. It's actually worth your time. It's just it's very dumb Crackdown. It's a very silly open world game.
Where you could basically do anything.
Nice.
Like,
Sandbox.
you are insanely overpowered.
It's
That's-
kind of like, it's almost like Saints Row, but worse.
I
Kind of-
actually got
yeah.
Saints Row the third
No,
reason.
I
Yeah.
mean, like when it comes to like doing things, it's like Saints Row, but worse, where you can wield like a giant dildo or something like that.
Like yeah, it's more like they took itself. What if Saints Row took itself seriously again? And it would be that like it's kind of like it's clunky.
That's something about Saints Row.
No, Saints Row is a great game.
Saints Row
Saints Row
3
is amazing.
Saints Row 3 most definitely did not take itself seriously.
Uh,
Anytime
That's the game
you
I've got
hell
on my
out of somebody-
Xbox.
Anytime that you could beat the hell out of somebody with a dildo bet, we know you're not taking it seriously.
No.
I know my weapon of choice.
Like between like the
Like,
games
it's a
where
big
you
floppy
get
dildo on the end of a bat, and you're just beating the crap out of hordes.
the games where you get to explore a city and do whatever the hell you want, it's in a list. You got Grand Theft Auto, then you got Saints Row, and then on the batshit retarded scale of whatever you want to do, there's Crackdown.
Nice.
Yeah, it's limited. It's a lot more scaled down.
Moving back to your top 5.
Where am I? That's 4.
Yeah, that was 4.
Damn. What would be another one?
Ew.
Something from Nintendo.
Zelda?
No. The Yoshi.
Really?
Yep.
That Hyrule Warriors, dude?
That was the part I was sitting there watching the Yoshi yarn thing, and I was like, yeah, I really want to fall asleep now, but
I love Yoshi's Island. Love Yoshi's Island to death. I love that game so much. So them doing essentially a proper sequel or spiritual successor to that is all great to me. They made one recently which is not that good. It's kind of meh. It's kind of close to, but not really what the original one really achieved. And like, there's so many things wrong with that game, like just the aiming mechanic with the eggs and all kinds of stuff. But I had so much fun with that. Like that's probably one of my favorite Mario games, if anything. Like if I were to put the top 3, it's like at least number 2 on there of just Mario-based games, even though it's like Yoshi starring it. But I just watching it and just seeing it in action, it's like, it's so stupid, adorable, I want to choke it. But
that
it's
is the best analogy I think I've ever heard. Yeah.
well, yeah, but that to me was just like just seeing it in action. It's like, oh, great. It's more things for me that I want to get a Wii U for, I should say.
It's okay, Enderman. The nice doctor will not hurt you. It's okay.
All right. Really quickly, Daryl Green posted his top 5. Number 1 was the Smash Brothers event and Pac-Man, though I think that's kind of like 2 things, but we'll go with that. For Lisana, since you didn't actually know, they actually had a Smash Brothers tournament with the new Wii U game. They had
I
full,
saw a couple
like,
clips of
giant
that, of
tournament.
some of the new announcements getting their ass handed to them. I saw Greninja
Let's see.
hitting the wall.
Number 2 was Assassin's Creed Unity. For number 3, he posted Little Big Planet 3. Number 4, Type 0 for the PS4. and
Oh.
number 5 was Bloodborne for him. So those are his
That's the one
picks.
with the disease, right? I think
Yeah.
that's the disease. That looked really cool. I saw a little bit about that.
That's the From Software game.
I think so. The concept of it is really cool because it's all about diseases and like plagues and stuff. And I'm like,
All right, so we're moving on. We're moving on to John. What were your top 5, sir?
Did Doc do all of his? I felt like
Yes, he
this was
did.
really quick. Okay. Doc's had all the top 5 he can have. Mine are also in no particular order. So I want to separate the game itself from the controversy that's surrounding it, and you guys probably already know what game I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like I am totally I should be on record supporting female assassins, okay? Because
yes,
if I want to spend
you.
20 hours looking at the back of an assassin, let's do it that way. But
Yeah, that's why I like playing female characters.
Well,
if I'm
the
gonna stare
thing
at
is, though,
something
that-
the entire game, it might as well be something pretty.
If they're planning a female assassin, at all, it's going to be for the one that they're going to do in Revolutionary China, because they already had the character laid out.
Well, I was about to say they've had female assassin character models in like Brotherhood and stuff for like the multiplayer. But all kidding aside, I am all for gender equality in games. I have no qualms of playing as a female character.
Bless you, dude.
But I really did like the 4-player
Co-op.
four-player co-op campaign that they showed. I was really impressed by that. On Chainsaw of the Fate, it's kind of nice where we all sort of have different tastes. But watching that, it kind of made me wish their tastes were more similar, so we could all sit down and play that game.
Well, I'm on the same page as you as, like, I don't care about playing a female character, because when I did have Mass Effect 3, I played FemShep.
FemShep.
But I thought that the co-op in that looked really fun. It was the kind of thing that I really would like to sink my teeth into with, a group that was, serious enough about it, to kind of coordinate and do that sort of thing.
Or if you're ever recording, your video, just get yourself and 3 complete assholes and just terrorize everything.
That's just
Yeah.
Why does that seem like deja vu?
Because we've been doing that with Borderlands for the past 2 days.
But I can picture someone doing machinima. If you guys remember Splinter Cell, the Adventures of Bob and Steve, yeah. I can picture someone doing that with Unity, but with 4 people.
I could see that. I thought Ori and the Blind Forest looked really good. Again, don't have an Xbox One, not planning to get one, but that game looked really cool.
Ori and the Blind Forest. Yeah, that hit me in the feels, man. That hit me in the feels.
Let's see, what else was there? No Man's Sky. That game was
yes! Finally somebody said something that was in my top 5. No Man's Sky.
Like I'm not like an explorer type of gamer, but that game just looks really cool because they're touting it as this infinite universe, where nobody starts on the same planet and you can just explore and explore and explore. And for some reason, even though I'm not like an explorer type of gamer, this game just something about it appeals to me. I don't know if it's the art style or what it is, or if it's just the whole space motif, but it interests me, and I'd like to see more of it.
Basically, it's like I saw dinosaurs and then Jedi Starfighter, and I was like, wait, we just combined Jurassic Park and Star Wars. I'm in.
I love that.
They're making another Star Wars, right?
We're gonna talk about that later too.
That's like Battlefront or something.
We're gonna talk about that too.
No Man's Sky, I love it on just the basis of like I'm actually more curious like how does it work and function. It's like mainly from a programmer perspective, because like what they're trying to do is just like generated planets. That's just nuts to me.
If they can pull it off, it'll be an amazing accomplishment. But just like on its face, it just seems like no, that seems impossible. What are you guys trying to do?
And then at the same time, this is being developed by a company that they got flooded in last year, and there's only 5 to 10 people working on this, and I'm like, holy crap, man!
It was always a small team. If you've ever checked out it's like an indie game called Joe Danger.
Yeah,
it's a pretty decent game. You would have never suspected this sort of motorcycle-y kind of fun game. And then now they're doing this crazy open world discovery game thing. I don't even know what kind of game it is, honestly, but it's fascinating beyond belief.
All right, what's your next one, man?
Well, the last two I'm going to talk about come from Nintendo, and really when I watched all of these and I saw the announcements and everything, I didn't really get a feel like anybody came out of E3 like a quote-unquote winner, because it still seemed like 2015 is going to be the year to get an next gen console.
I feel like that's gonna happen, yeah.
But the reaction, when one of my co-hosts on Chains of Fate, when Dylan actually went out this week and bought a Wii U after E3.
I saw that.
I think maybe Nintendo won just in that they finally put out the things that everybody's been waiting for them to do. And I think the reality with Nintendo, the thing that we just have to live with at this point in time, is that they're going to have, Zelda, they're going to have Mario, they're going to have Metroid, but the third-party stuff is always going to be pretty lean. There's going to be lean times with Nintendo, and the lean times were front-loaded with this generation. I mean, the Wii U, still, if you walked into the store today, there's Super Mario 3D World, there's Mario Kart 8, and there's Wind Waker HD, which is a $50 version of the game I paid $50 for 10 years ago.
Right.
Those are all fantastic games. That does not in my mind justify a console purchase. But
yeah, the only game for Wii U that I thought was worthy of picking up the Wii U for launch was Zombie U, and that was the.
That's not saying much, but actually getting to the list of games, I'm going to read you the notes I had on this particular game. Mario Maker, and then it was, yo! With 8 exclamation points. That's just everything I want. That is everything I want in anything. They should have given me a Mario Maker 20 years ago. I would still be dicking.
I think I kind of said, because of the relationship that I guess they're trying to do with Capcom, at least what it seems like it. Give them that Mega Man universe idea concept and roll with it. If they are going to do something like that with Mario, I would love them to do what they were going to do with Universe, Little Big Planet style Mega Man. Have all of the walls be spikes. Everything is spikes.
Everything.
or
the
everything
Impossible
is
game.
made of Goombas. Everything is made of Goombas now.
Yeah.
And everyone else is going to say Zelda, and for good reason, because it looks like an excellent game. I don't know why I trust Nintendo to make an open-world Zelda game more than I trust anyone else to make open-world X game, when I don't really care for open-world games 95% of the time. But that game looks interesting. But the one that I'm gonna leave on the top 5 is Star Fox.
I knew somebody was gonna say something about Star Fox.
I
going to eventually.
There's really absolutely nothing about that reveal that gives me any confidence about the game. But Star Fox is the highest variance. It has the highest potential. To use a sports cliche, it has the highest upside of any game that they can make. Because a really good Star Fox game is a really good Star Fox game. And anything else is, Star Fox Armada and Star Fox Assault and shit like that.
Star Fox Adventure.
Yeah. Oh my God, Star Fox Adventure.
But
fuck Rare and fuck their obsession with collecting shit.
From that note, we're gonna do a barrel roll from John over to Jalal.
oh dear God.
Do better.
Nice boost to get through.
But my top 5. Number 1, because I think not the console ones, but for game developer conferences, this one had to be the utmost best. Ubisoft. The Ubisoft.
We're not asking. We're not. Yeah,
No,
I
I'm saying
guess.
that's
I
part of
guess
my
we're
top
saying
five.
top 5 E3 moments. Yeah, that
Top
technically
5
counts.
The entirety of the Ubisoft conference was my favorite number one. From all the games, the swapping from feels to frickin' badassness, all the games that I want to come out in this year, next year, all of them were in that fucking conference, except for one game.
Tell me that one game is Just Dance, because otherwise, I'm gonna say that this is a questionable decision.
No, I meant like all the games that I want to come out were in that, except for one game was not in that conference.
I can see somebody getting behind Far Cry 4. That seemed cool.
I mean, I play the Just Dance games because I'm bored and I want to have fun. Or like Fruit Ninja on Kinect, I play that because I'm bored and I want to chop shit.
Nice.
And but yeah, I like the interactive games because they're pretty fun to do. And they're, like, if you're bored and you have nothing else to do, you don't want to play a hardcore game. You're like, you know what? I just feel like being a goofball and dancing. Then that's fun. But number 2, because of what we've been doing the past couple days, the pre-sequel, Borderlands pre-sequel.
I knew that was going to be in your top 5 regardless.
It is in the top 5 because that is one of my top 4 favorite game series. Borderlands, the series of Borderlands, is one of my top ones, and it's also my tie for top 1 of game developers is Gearbox. My number 3 has to be, because I'm a big first-person shooter fan as well as a MMO and open world fan, even though I don't agree with the company that's making it, is Battlefield Hardline.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Battlefield person. I'm not really... I play the Call of Duty games, but I'm really into the Battlefield stuff because they actually have bullet drop and gravity. Bullets have gravity. Not, hey, let's line up a shot that's 500 yards that way, straight bullet arrow. Like, no, it has drop. It's fun to be like 15 clicks that way.
What you're saying is you're happy that there's finally a game in which bullets obey the laws of physics.
Well, no, all the Battlefield games have done that, but this one is cops versus robbers. So it's like, huh?
What?
I love that reaction.
Not to mention that it's cop versus robbers, and with the premise of Battlefield games that everything's destructible. You kill a crane, it knocks into a building, the whole fucking building falls. It's like,
Yes.
I get to destroy New York.
My
I get to
inner
destroy
happiness.
Chicago.
Yeah, because we haven't done that in any games that came out recently. No.
Well, no, I get to destroy Chicago, and I get to make it even more of a smugged up town.
I've already destroyed Chicago. It's called Watch Dogs.
What am I on, number 4? I'm on number 4, right?
Yeah, you're on number 4.
Number 4, Destiny. Destiny. I'm a big MMO fan. Big big MMORPG, big MMO shooter, whatever. I play
But this
WildStar.
this isn't truly MMO though.
Well, no, but it's got classes customization, and all that kind of stuff. Plus, it's got the stuff that I loved in Halo. So, I mean, it's got the elements of Halo, the elements of an MMO mashed together for one beautiful work of art.
Sci-fi.
Yes, sci-fi is the best thing ever. And number 4, or 5, sorry, I can't count. Number 5 has to be... Number 5... I'd say number 5 has to be... I'm trying to narrow it down.
If you were to have another 5.
If I were to have another 5, what would be number 1?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's anything.
I know. I think it would definitely have to be Super Smash Brothers. just because
Okay.
I've always been a fan of the Super Smash Bros. Line, and I kind of wish that they would bring Mewtwo back.
I remember playing Brawl and spamming the Pokemon Trainer Final Smash.
Oh my god.
Oh, people were so mad with me.
I mean, I kind of wish they would bring Mewtwo back because Mewtwo needs some loving. He was in the second one, Melee, and then he got replaced by Lucario, and I love Lucario. He's one of my favorites. But
Mewtwo is old news. We have Mew 3 up in this place now.
Oh yeah, shit, we're gonna have like Mega Evolutions in the next Super Smash Brothers, possibly.
Alright, so I've got my top 5 moments here. These
God.
again are in no particular order. Number 1, I just want to start off by saying Tom Clancy. Oh my fucking god, everything Tom Clancy that came out. Division and Rainbow Six.
that's why I
Holy
said you
fucking shit.
The Siege, I think it's called.
Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege and Division. Holy fucking shit! I don't give a crap about like the iPad stuff where you can like use an iPad to be a drone in your buddy's game. I don't care about that. The gameplay overall, it was beautiful.
I mean,
I love the
Rainbow Six,
gameplay.
they said it was early alpha. What the
Yeah.
fuck does real gameplay look like?
I know, right? That's crazy.
Things were
Right.
already being destroyed and shit.
Let's see. For the first time in my life, I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I enjoyed the Call of Duty stuff. Like I'm like, holy crap. The Call of Duty Future Warfare or whatever it was called, Advanced Warfare. Yeah.
Advanced
All right,
Warfare.
all right. I will say this: when they pulled out the machine gun and had like the little digit counter on there, I was like, ah, look, we've returned to Halo. So it looked like Call of Duty finally had a marriage with Halo, and everybody can shut the fuck up.
Name.
Yeah, exactly. It's as simple as this: Call of Duty and Halo made a baby. Can everybody please shut the fuck up and start doing?
Well, I mean, like Call of Duty, it's
Oh, Call of Duty's amazing. Halo sucks. Halo's amazing. Call of Duty sucks. Look, can we just shut the fuck up?
Girls, you're
Well,
both
here's the
pretty.
thing.
Yeah, girls,
Halo-
you're both pretty. Yeah, exactly.
Halo
Alright.
changed some things up. Call of Duty, same shit, different name.
Right, and I want to step out into the indie genre real quick and just say that I loved seeing all the cool shit that's coming out on the Spark engine. This time around, like I loved seeing all the cool stuff that's going on with Spark and like the thousands of games that are made by people, just regular gamers and stuff. Like some of this stuff was really really cool. I loved all the Spark stuff. Of course, I've got to mention.
Spark Day.
Yeah, of course I've got to mention Zelda for the Wii U because that was freaking amazing, and I finished my top 5 with probably my favorite thing ever was just the freaking trailer, regardless of the gameplay. Just the freaking trailer for Sunset Overdrive just blew my mind. I was like, I forgot about Sunset Overdrive, and then they showed up with this trailer, and I was like, holy crap. Like you shoot somebody in the head and their blood splatter spells out "ouch." I'm like, yes.
Well, you know what that trailer was awesome,
this.
right?
Huh?
You know what that trailer was awesome.
Yeah.
Your one's all, man. He makes
Well,
everything.
I just love when he's like, basically he's like, of course you can. It's a fucking video game. And I was like, yep, I've sold this game. I need this game. Right?
At first I was really ambivalent towards it, but kind of seeing some of the gameplay and seeing how it's kind of like Tony Hawk meets, Ratchet and Clank, I was okay with it.
Okay. What was the best? All right. This is for everybody. What do you think was the best new game that was announced? Not something that, not an extension on an already existing property. A new title that came out. Where do you stand on that for the new titles that were released for this year or announced for this year? The new
Like
announced.
an unannounced game, new IP. Okay, that's a much tougher question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go ahead and throw this out there. Mine was definitely I liked Inside. That looked like a really good title. It didn't have to be a new IP, just a new game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
just
mean
a-
like it could be part of a series or something? Or
No.
franchise?
What I'm
Brand
saying
new,
is,
no, nothing that came
Okay.
before it.
yeah, like it's a brand new game. It's not part of a series, but it can be I mean, we already knew about Destiny from last year, so that doesn't count for this year's. Either.
So not Unity, not Destiny, not Far Cry 4, nothing like that.
Yeah, exactly
No
like
Man's
that.
Sky.
Yeah, No Man's Sky's been out for a while.
Yeah.
That's it.
I liked Inside, and it was actually really surprising because this is from the. I mean, it looks very much the same. This is from the same company that did the. Oh Jesus! What the hell was the name of that game? You got this kid that's roaming through like this dark area trying to avoid spiky traps and spiders.
Limbo.
And then when you
Limbo.
finish,
That's the game.
huh?
Right, Limbo. I think you're thinking of Limbo.
Limbo, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same team, right?
Yeah, it's the same team that did Limbo is doing Inside.
Right.
And it does feel a lot like Limbo in its aspects, but it's still pretty cool. I liked it. Inside kind of blew me away. That was mine. Who else has one that they wanted to...
I haven't seen a lot, but the squid one, from what little I have seen, looks pretty
Oh,
awesome.
yes! Splatoon!
Splatoon. I keep forgetting the damn name.
There is one, I don't know if you would, it's a tie for me, because of how they showed them, would be between Valiant Hearts, because of the narrative and the dog and the feels, or, I mean, it's...
Fucking World War I games that have dogs that give me the feels.
I mean, it wasn't really announced because it's been over 6 years, but could you call Siege a new game? I mean, no one knew about it.
Nah. It was surprising. It was surprising, but it's still part of a franchise.
True.
Yeah,
Well,
Rainbow
then I would
Six is a
have to
franchise.
say, like, the one just because of the feels would have to be Valiant Hearts.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go with Ori and the Blind Forest.
All right. Yeah, I liked seeing that too. Ori and the Blind Forest. That gave me the feels as well, man.
Damn. I wish it would have been No Man's Sky for me, but
Yeah, if it hadn't been announced, if it hadn't kind of been announced and teased a bit last year, I would have totally gone with No Man's Sky.
oh man, I forgot.
That just blew me away.
I forgot what was the. It's the twin stick game.
Oh, Entwined? Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah,
Oh, Entwined, yeah.
The origami birds that turn into dragons and shit. That looked just so like nice. It's like another
Okami shit.
Yeah, it's and they're traveling through hyperspace. Yeah.
Yeah, they're on that flower tip. Looks great.
So is this Alice in
Alright.
Wonderland 2.0?
Yeah, basically that's what it felt like. Okay, what was your favorite moment for classic games? I know I'm probably aboard with John on Mario Maker. Like Mario Maker. that
Yeah.
blew me away. Especially like you can one touch and turn it into the Wii U graphics and stuff, kind of like anniversary editions for Halo. But I mean that just it kind of works for me. I love it. Like I would stay on old school style forever because I don't need your great graphics because it has all my childhood feels. But yeah, I loved Mario Maker. That was my big thing.
As far as, and by classic games, you mean the ones like that have been around for a while in the franchises and stuff?
10 plus years, yeah, at least a decade.
Okay.
I think a decade is old enough to call it classic as far as games are concerned.
So the game itself doesn't have to be.
Because
20 years
apparently 20 years is long enough for something to become classic in the music world. So.
Yeah.
old. Are you talking about the game itself being the classic, or the?
Part of a series that's 10 years old.
Because
Yeah.
I've been starting to get into, like, I've been kind of on and off squealing about. I've been getting into the Legend of Zelda
Dragon
fandom
Age,
recently.
like a Dragon Age Inquisition. How long has it been since Dragon Age Origins came out?
Not that long.
Not
about the
not
first
been a
one, though?
decade, so that wouldn't count. That wouldn't count. Okay.
No, I've been actually getting into the Legend of Zelda franchise recently. Like, I've been
So,
intending
yeah.
to start some
I'm
games.
incredibly old. Like I cannot fathom somebody just getting into Zelda. It's like, what?
It's like, how haven't you played it?
I started with the PS2, man. I was a little bit sheltered when I started off.
There's still like a bunch of GBA games you could have still played.
I don't know. My parents were weird about that.
There's this thing called an emulator and things called ROMs, and yeah.
Things I didn't know about before.
Game Boy.
I still
My
feel really
one of
old.
my roommates next year.
All right. Hey, you want to talk about old school? Check this out. You know how they did the Super Mario World Game of Thrones intro thing? They turned around and did the same thing. There's another group that as soon as they saw that, they turned around and did one for Link to the Past, and it looks
Oh my
amazing.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Zelda stuff. Especially seeing all of the characters. Like, I actually have played a little bit of some Zelda games. I've never been able to complete them because I've never had a Wii or, like, any of those earlier systems. And I didn't think about emulators because I'm dumb like that. But the new games that are coming out for the Zelda franchise, both of them look absolutely amazing.
You know what? She doesn't know our horrors and frustrations, so here's what you need to do. You need to get yourself an NES emulator, and you need to get the first Ninja Turtles video game raw.
They don't.
No thanks. I'm good
You need to
without
go on
them.
there just so you can scream, and then we need to get you on computer so you're playing that. Like we need to get like you on video
Do you have
as
a
you're
Mac
playing
friendly
that because
emulator?
we want to see you screaming at your computer for 2 hours and then rage quit on
Can't
that
be as
son
scary as Michael Bay's Turtles.
No, this is like
No, what she needs to do is go play Majora's Mask
Oh, I
And-
intend to. My friend, I think, has...
and have the 3-day limit time up at when you don't even realize it.
Oh, Lord.
No. Okay. You guys with your Majora's Mask, you do not know what true pain and suffering is until you played that first Ninja Turtles game and tried to go through the freaking water and stuff. Then you know what rage quit really looks like.
So why do you put a tank in the middle of the street? Why did you put it right there at the very beginning, thinking I could cut it?
I feel like that's actually what's going to happen when I play. I intend to play.
That's something that really, really happens. Like, play the original Ninja Turtles video game.
No,
Oh my god.
I was so mad, dude.
I know. Oh, but then they
Yeah, no, I
redeemed
intend to
themselves
play
with Turtles 2, the arcade game. That's all I'm saying.
That's because I went to the fucking arcade and played that there.
But yeah, I want to play Wind Waker. I want to play Majora's Mask. I want to play all the really classic ones. I want to play I can buy the Ocarina of Time remake for the 3DS if I wanted to and play that. Because that looks awesome and all my friends won't shut up about it.
Here's what you do. You play the very first one on the NES. You do not use a map, and you do not use GameFAQs. You don't use the internet, and see where it gets you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do
Good luck
it.
with that.
Good luck with that. We wish
God,
Godspeed, young one. Godspeed.
Or actually, no.
Well, oh, you're talking about the first Zelda, right?
yeah, the very first.
You're
Oh,
supposed to be
I think I'll need an emulator for that one.
No,
don't know
I
if you
could
played
not.
this,
I
but,
couldn't actually. I couldn't do it because it had been like so long. It'd been like 20 plus years. I couldn't retain how the hell. I remembered how to open Dungeon 4, and that was it. That's all I freaking remembered.
No, what she needs to do is she needs to go race that damn fucking octopus on Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah, I thought you meant the clock.
No, not Cluck, the fucking octopus.
Everybody's Diddy Kong.
'Cause if you don't realize like the shortcuts and all that shit, it's like no, get the fuck back here. Get the
Okay, so what was the classics? Back to classics.
I feel I squeed about the new Yoshi game, so that'd probably be mine.
Okay.
The answer is still Mario Maker. Why are we still talking about this?
Minda.
Halo Master Chief Edition.
Not a
Oh,
classic
okay,
game.
there we go. That's another one. All right, indie games. What was your favorite indie game that was announced?
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Didn't we already do this question?
Technically, no.
Tech-
You talked about Indy.
I mean, technically, I'm on No Man's Sky.
Yeah. Then now we can all count No Man's Sky because that's where I was going with that.
Okay, then let's leave it at that.
Yeah. Okay. No Man's Sky wins. All right. So what did everybody think of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare?
I forgot it was there.
I heard
You
an
forgot it was
announcement that they're allowing customization to make female soldiers now or whatever in the game for you
Like
to
I
play.
said,
So I was
same
hey,
shit, different name.
I was deeply concerned for Microsoft when they started their press conference out with that. I'm like, okay, you guys don't have anything better to lead off than with Call of Duty, then you guys might be in trouble.
They managed to pick up at the end, so.
Yeah, it really did. All right. Here-
Tired, but I was concerned.
Yeah. No.
All right. So this is where it kind of turned around for Microsoft. all the Halo announcements that went on at the Microsoft conference. What did you guys think about that?
All the yes.
Not too surprising.
Well, I knew they were gonna talk Halo. I thought there was gonna be more for Halo 5, and I knew they were gonna do something with Halo 2, but I wasn't expecting Master Chief Collection.
I don't know that I was expecting it, but I don't know that I was really all that terribly surprised by it.
Yeah.
I was pumped up for it, but I wasn't like crazy surprised.
Can I just troll for like 20 seconds here? Like I own, a 360, a PS3, and a Wii. I don't own any next-gen consoles yet. I don't have like, a in the fight. I'm not a fanboy for one over the other. It's been well documented, at least early on in this generation, how games perform in higher resolution at higher frame rates on PS4 than they do on Xbox One. So I found it immensely amusing when they came out and said, oh yeah, all 4 Halo games are going to be running in 1080p and 60 frames per second. I'm like, well, no shit, because they're all on older hardware. Like, if you can't fucking run 1080p 60 frames per second on Xbox One for a game that came out on 360 or older, then no, you don't even need to be fucking doing this anymore. So I'm like, no, just shut up. Just don't even say it.
John, I'm in the same boat as you, man. I right behind my computer is an Xbox 360, a PS3, and a Wii. So, there.
I just hope that they do the same thing that they did with Combat Evolved and having the new graphics and old graphics for all the games.
Yeah.
Because it'd be awesome to play Halo 2 and Halo 3 with the updated graphics.
Seriously though, what's really going to be the difference with Halo 4 though?
Nothing. It's the same
yeah, exactly. Ooh, suddenly you go down to the 360 graphics.
I mean, they did mention that they want to. I think they have some like prologue, epilogues between the stories, and there is like a.
No, oh yeah. The Ridley Scott thing that's leading up to Halo 5. That I was interested in.
Yeah, so there is. They're gonna have like stuff that's gonna lead to the new Halo. So I mean, that's good if you care about the story.
I do care. I actually do care about the story. That's what got me into Halo to begin with.
Like, I can't play a video game that doesn't have story.
There are very few games that I play that actually I play the campaign beforehand. Like Call of Duty, never play the campaign. I go straight for multiplayer.
Which is so funny because I'm the opposite. I play the campaign. I don't even touch the multiplayer. I don't like the multiplayer. And the other reason why I'm like on Call of Duty is because the campaign is so fucking short.
I normally don't like the campaign because when I started up, I'm like, I see the main characters. Like, okay, so you're gonna live, you're gonna die, you're gonna get close to death, and then I'm gonna save you. And then it plays out like that. I'm like, well, called all that shit.
Okay.
What's new?
All right, so back to Halo. Anything else? Any last-minute comments? Because we're gonna move on.
Next.
Okay, this one I figure we're gonna have a lot to say. Destiny.
Dude, yes. Customization looks so awesome.
It's pretty good so far. I'm enjoying it.
Let's just say that after E3 happened with Destiny, after that aired, I went to Twitch just to look for games, and I was like, wait, there are people playing Destiny Alpha on Twitch.
Yeah, you never know who could be right in front of you playing that game right now.
You're actually playing it?
By the way, Doctor, I just want to say fuck you very much.
I didn't know you were playing
it. Is that like the third time?
Yeah, he's actually playing it right now. He's actually playing it.
I hate you. Wait, I hate you. I hate you so much.
I mean, I can confirm it's pretty Halo, and it's pretty Borderlands, which I kind of like both, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes, this is why I want it.
All right, John, any thoughts from your end?
No, I really don't. I mean, I'm sure it'll be a fun game, but I'm not a huge first-person shooter guy, so
right.
Unless I've got like a group of friends that are gonna play it, I'm probably not gonna get into it.
I've got like I mean, I have a lot of love and hope for Bungie doing a game outside of the Halo universe. I had a lot of love for that to begin with. Destiny looked really, really pretty when I saw it last year, and I was hoping for really good things. When they pushed the release date back a little bit, I was like, okay, let them work out the kinks and everything. And then they dropped finally the story trailer on me, and that's what really sold me. I liked the story for it. It was the same thing with Halo. Like the action was fun, the multiplayer was all right for the first Halo, but I really enjoyed the story. I must have played the shit out of the campaign like so many times with all my buddies in the military. We were just going through the campaign and just killing shit left and right. And it was a lot of fun. And then Halo 2 came out, and that's when we really, really got hardcore into multiplayer. It was a lot of fun then. But it's always been the story, yeah.
Like what Doctor said when you said that it's basically Halo and Borderlands, it also kind of reminds me of, because there's different classes, it reminds me of Warframe.
It's just three major classes.
Well, I mean, just because there's different classes, though, that you've got, it kind of reminds me of Warframe, how there's, like, different classes and what they can do, and you can customize them and get different kinds of weapons and gear and all that kind of stuff, and it's customizable.
Oh, also at the same time, I just want to say Peter Dinklage, done. That's it right there.
Sold.
My favorite Game of Thrones character is in this video game. Done.
My dad has finally started watching from the beginning. He's already said my favorite character is Tyrion. I'm like, good taste.
Good taste. Yeah.
My favorite character is Rob Stark. Nothing bad's gonna happen to him, right?
No, you're fine. You're good.
You're good.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I still like Daenerys, but I have a weakness for anything that includes
I'm current in
dragons.
season 4. He's still around and kicking, man.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm current too. I'm just trolling.
I know.
Spoiler alert. He's fine, guys.
Hey, I can't wait for Sunday. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Oh, boy.
I just want to say the best thing about last Sunday was seeing that giant shoot the arrow and watch that guy go flying over the wall.
Holy shit,
That was
awesome.
That was like the most awesome and visceral thing. Like I stopped it and went back, and I was like, I made Robert and I made the two guys that were here come in and watch that scene. Two people who had never seen Game of Thrones. So I just showed them that moment. They were like, holy fucking
I
shit!
think I just saw one of them walk
Guppy?
by.
Done.
Was
Yeah,
that
that's
Guppy?
Guppy. Yeah, that's Guppy. Guppy, the Guppy Ninja. All right, anyway, coming back, we haven't uploaded those gameplays yet, so people have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. But we'll
That's
get
fine.
to it
They'll say,
later.
"What's Guppy? I must go watch it now."
Yeah, once it gets uploaded, they can go and watch it. I haven't encoded those videos yet, so. Yeah, you're the Guppy Ninja. All right, moving on. From Destiny, let's move on to something a little a little less sci-fi. What did you guys think of the trailer for Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider?
I think it's kind of amazing that they're giving some realistic depth to her, especially with all the shit that she's had to deal with. I feel like there's an argument here.
The name sucks ass.
Okay, the name. Yeah, I didn't catch the name.
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Rise.
Oh, yeah, that's really stupid. Fucking.
Yeah, Batman did so well.
Wait, hold on. Tomb Raider. Yes. Rise.
Free her.
Exactly. I was kind of disappointed. I wanted to see like a little bit of gameplay, but yeah, whatever. Trailer, sure.
The trailer is really good.
I love the last game. I hope that they get a lot of the stuff. I hope they don't change it too much from how they did the last game, because I think the last game worked for them. Crystal Dynamics did a great job with that last game.
I'm gonna say you're pretty much gonna be fine. I mean, I've played that on the PC as high as it possibly go, and it looks fantastic. So I can only assume I'm gonna get that and probably a little bit more in the next game, since they're gonna be catering directly to, I guess, the PC now. The PC and the current consoles, I should say. So I mean. Cool. I do hope we're getting closer. I'm waiting for Velociraptors. I want to fight a Tyrannosaurus. I want to get dumb like right off the bat.
You want to get dumb with this game right off the bat with some Velociraptors and a Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah. Let's get dumb already.
In Tomb Raider, just let's do it.
It's not like it hasn't happened.
All right, look. I saw a legit picture and everybody thought it was Photoshop, but I think it's 100% legit. It was a Tyrannosaurus Rex riding on the back of a great white shark while he's holding a stick of dynamite and a shotgun. And there is no way in hell that was ever photoshopped.
That sounds like America in a nutshell.
Yeah,
That sounds
basically.
straight legit.
Okay, so moving on. Let's talk about Dragon Age for a minute. Dragon Age Inquisition.
Let's
Never
begin.
got into it.
Good.
Let us cross our
I'm-
fingers. Okay. Again, I'm only playing through the first one right now, but I've heard so many people. I am quoting most of my friends who do play and are into Dragon Age, and they're saying this: let's all cross our fingers that it does not turn out to suck as hard as Mass Effect, or I'm sorry, not Mass Effect, Dragon Age 2 did.
That's all I've
Dragon
heard.
Age 1,
Yeah,
in my opinion, wasn't very good either.
Yeah.
Ow.
I,
I'm just
I
excited
never
for some
really
of the
got into it.
characters I'm saying. I keep forgetting the names of the different races, but
Apparently Morgan was in the trailer because that's what Wendy was yelling about when I showed it to her, and she was like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, okay.
but yeah, like that big
Okay, Guppy.
Iron Bull, is that his name?
I don't know.
He looked red as hell. Big. How do you pronounce it? Canary? This starts with a Q, or something. What?
Gunther.
The only character I know whose name begins with a Q is Queena.
No, not the names. The race. Because the
know.
race with the big giant ass horns.
Don't know. Haven't met them.
Oh.
I don't
I'm at
remember.
the beginning of Origins.
Oh, you're still at the beginning.
Yes.
I never got into the game series. So.
Yeah, same.
I looked
Okay.
anyways, I looked at some of the character designs. I'm like, yo, these look awesome.
All right. Let's jump over.
And I
To
pre-ordered it.
something different then. Little Big Planet. Anybody happy for Little Big Planet?
Yes,
Yes.
yes. I love Little Big Planet.
I have
immensely.
not played any of the Little Big Planet, but this
I
one I was
played the
actually kind of.
first one, got the second one. My friend and I on the first one, in high school we made our own video type projects, and we had our own characters, and he made a level for my character. My character was Narwin Digels, and he was an Australian outback guy, and he made lions, all this kind of stuff. And then it got to his part of the level, and his name was Lettuce, and there was chicken legs and all dead babies, and I was like, what, is this like a really bad LSD trip? Well, like, I don't know how I feel about this.
It just sounds like you hired a dingo to be your babysitter.
Oh god. But yeah, it's so customizable, and you can do so much stuff with it. Like people in Little Big Planet 2, Little Big Planet. It's not a game. It's a platform for games. Basically, you can make games that go first person. You can make games that are top down. You can make side scrollers. You can make shooters. You can make all kinds of other stuff. It's kind of like the second Trials game. People did stuff in that you didn't think was even possible. And it's just amazing that you can go in there and take whatever you want and turn it into stuff, paint it, do whatever you like. You can make things that look so realistic. You can make mechs that work. And
Mechs
so-
that work? That work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mech.
well, other than making a mech that just stands there, it actually walks and shoots and.
All right. We've talked about this a little bit as well. I'm gonna move on because in the interest of time, Zelda for the Wii U, and I am talking about the Zelda game trailer that was announced, and also Hyrule Warriors.
Dude,
Let's chat
Hyrule
Zelda
Warriors.
for the Wii U.
Got it on the open world again.
I actually got to see some of the gameplay for Hyrule Warriors, where Raina Scully from SourceWeb was playing as Zelda, and the fencing style was legit. Like, I'm sitting there watching Zelda fuck up a whole horde of moblins and just run through that shit, and I'm just like, how does this bitch keep getting captured? She's got skills.
I'm just excited that I can play some of my favorite female characters from the series now, like
I
Minda.
guess the only person that could possibly capture Zelda has to be imbued with the Triforce of Power, because she's just too badass otherwise.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Tingle.
Playable. Tingle is a playable character. Oh my god.
I mean, if you've never played a Dynasty Warriors game, it's a lot of pressing A to kill everything.
Yeah.
I played a lot of them. I played some of the originals, Samurai, freaking Gundam, the One Piece one. It's pretty repetitive, so people need to taper your expectations when it
I'm
comes
just
to
saying
this
it
one.
looked good. It just looked good. I know.
Yeah, it can look fine.
The new Zelda game.
Dude,
is a little-
all right. This is one of those. This is one of those button masher games where don't be surprised if your 5-year-old nephew beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, I like those games.
So,
It requires no thought. You can literally be on the phone or on a video conference just doing this the whole time. And then every once in a while move the joystick left or right so you can like make your character run the correct way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
the new Zelda game. We saw a little bit of that. That was with the new guy in the blue, right? And everybody's like, "Is that Zelda? Is that Link? Who is it?"
That's
Yeah,
Link.
it is.
That's
Yeah, no,
actually
they-
Link.
Yeah.
The cool part was I agree with what John said earlier. Most times I don't like open world, but for some reason I don't know why, but I trust Nintendo with open world.
Yeah.
This game looked really cool, and I'm actually kind of excited for a new Link.
Which is the
Definitely.
exact opposite of how I feel about like the Resident Evil franchise and how they're doing things. I liked it better when there was so little open world and you were constricted to just a mansion. That's when I loved it because you had kind of that feel of you had to keep going back and you weren't sure what was going to be in the room when you returned or were the things that you killed earlier going to stay dead. That was where it really just kind of I got that like tension and everything from. But yeah. So just ranting about other stuff really quickly. Anybody got any other comments on Zelda that they wanted to add up?
Hyrule Warriors sucks. The new one looks pretty legit. We'll see.
We'll see.
All right. Moving on, Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront.
They didn't show anything.
They didn't really show anything. They didn't really show any. Like I like the kind of attention to detail that they went into because they were like, oh, we're going and getting all the original models, and we went on location and we were nerdy. But I mean, the only thing that I really saw that I liked was like the tail end of how much it actually resembled the location for Indoor. You know, that was. I was happy with the graphics, but I'm like, I need some freaking gameplay and a legit trailer, please.
I have one friend who I know is really excited about that because she's mega into Star Wars. Like, when we went to Disney, like, 2 weeks ago, we went to Hollywood Studios, and they had the whole Star Wars section. It was like, oh my gosh, look, they've got one of those big troopers! And, like, we went on the ride, like, oh, look, I know this planet! And it was really fun. And it's like,
Damn it,
she's been
Toby!
telling me I need to
Get.
start playing.
Get!
Dog misbehaving. But, like, I've been getting more and more excited about Star Wars in general. So, I mean, my friend says that I need to play Knights of the Old Republic, and I've been meaning to for a long time now. And now they've got this game coming out, which really interests me, and I might, like, consider getting it in the future.
I just want to take this opportunity to say that I like the fact that EA, was willing to show behind-the-scenes stuff for unannounced and even untitled games, but it also really felt like they didn't actually have anything to show.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Other than all their sports crap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
Sports!
Jumping on that bandwagon, Mass Effect 4 didn't really show anything for that either.
Well,
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
showed a couple developers, some landscapes, a person, a Krogan, that was, like, blurred out by the sun.
New N7 character models. I mean,
look at all the random shit we have for a game that
There's
may
so
be
much stuff.
developing.
I know. I was really, really hoping to see. Like, I was really excited for Battlefront and for Mass Effect 4, and then, like, it would actually be like a compliment to say that they didn't deliver. It was so underwhelming
Seriously?
that I couldn't even
Fuck
say they
EA.
didn't deliver.
That's just an overall opinion in general,
I mean-
but this sold it.
All right.
It would have been
Um,
better if they like put sections in it, be like, oh, here's all the games that aren't sports, and then here's your sports games, because then we were okay. Well, all that stuff is done. Then we can just turn the Twitch thing to another.
that's
thing.
probably exactly why they don't do that.
Okay.
Seriously though, out of all you guys here, who gives a shit about all their sports games?
I like to watch it for the fucked up models being
Yeah,
stupid.
no, like I like the glitches, but like as
I mean,
a game,
seeing
who gives
soccer
a shit?
players with their feet in the fucking air while still running is kind of funny.
Yeah,
That
those are pretty
Or the
good.
models randomly falling down each other, making them look like they're making out, or like fucked up and like getting stuck in between each other and like doing the windmill in the air.
Glitches are fun, but that doesn't make a good game.
No, it doesn't. It just makes for hilarity and making you laugh at the
Okay,
company.
Fable Legends. Thoughts and opinions.
I didn't
So-
hear much about it,
Yeah.
which
I
might
like
not be a good thing.
I like the Fable that they have now. The Fable Legends, where you can be the villain or be one of the heroes. It's like, just give me Fable back, please.
I don't even like the Fable we have now, but that game was just kind of bad.
Well, I mean,
all right. Mirror's Edge 2.
Yes.
I've heard a lot of great things about the first Mirror Edge, and just basing off of that, they have a lot to live up to or something like that.
The
you have
first
a lot
Mirror's
of-
Edge.
I'm trying to think of the word. I'm sorry, I've lost my vocabulary for a second.
Well, the first Mirror's Edge was amazing. The
Yeah.
only problem with it was too short.
Nobody bought it.
High expectations.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of high expectations. There's the term.
Well, I mean, I bought it and I had a lot of fun, but they put little into their story, more into their multiplayer to get through the map as quick as you can.
I
type
hate
thing.
when people do that stuff.
Speedrunning
But-
stuff.
Yeah, the speedrunning. They put more into the aspect of the speedrunning than into the story, but now there's a lot more into the story that they're actually explaining why the runners are there and they're runners and why Faith is who she is. I mean, they even said, for God's sake, she has a tattoo on her fucking eye. She's business.
Okay, any games that you saw coming out for the Spark engine that you're really interested in?
None.
There's there's games for the Spark engine? I thought Project Spark was just a thing in general.
Oh, well, the Spark engine is like you can create your own stuff, is what I'm saying. Like any of the games that they showed that people have created that you were interested in. Sorry.
No, I'm saying like they didn't make games out of it. It's that Project Spark is a game thing.
Yeah, they
okay,
just haven't
fine.
really shown anything other than some of the tools, and I'm not all that interested.
Yeah, it's just a tool set. It's not actually.
Okay.
It's RPG Maker.
Okay. Better explanations there. Sunset Overdrive.
Looks
Yeah.
silly. It looks silly. Hopefully it's
In
fun.
a good way.
I want it just because of its silliness. Okay, Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yes.
Yes.
I have
All
some,
the fucking yes.
it looks fun, but I have some opinions on it.
Yeah, here we go. I knew we were gonna get it.
I'm just a little annoyed with the reasoning behind them not wanting to. Like, they originally were going to have female assassins in this game, and then they decided, oh, it's too hard to animate female characters. As somebody who is an animation student, fuck you guys. It's not hard to animate women.
Well,
That
I
goes
think
into a
they-
larger point of discussion that we do not have the time or breadth.
No,
or
I know.
depth or
No, this is something
education
to bring up
for.
later, but that's.
I think they're giving an excuse for it. They were just like, well, female assassin in the French Revolution. I don't think that would work too much, but
Actually,
then
some of the most famous assassins apparently during the French Revolution were women.
some of the most
Well,
famous assassins were. Or are you talking about the first most famous women?
Famous assassins, from what I've heard.
Well, if you're a famous assassin, you're probably not doing your job very well.
But I can see them saving the female assassin because I already know they're making. They've already basically said the ones that we're looking at. And
Oh,
making
come on.
were
They've
the-
already got female assassins in that game. They're at the whorehouses.
Oh God, no.
I mean, they're
No, seriously. That's
But,
where a lot of the assassins were.
They said that they're looking into doing the French Revolution, which they've announced. They were looking at Russia and China. I can see them doing the Chinese one because they've already got an assassin who met up with Ezio from the Chinese. So they can bring her back as an older assassin as the female.
Ooh, could we
And
have a
like,
gay
well, we-
assassin in Russia in present day? That'd be hilarious.
God, no.
Can one of the missions be freeing Pussy Riot?
I'm about to revoke.
Also, I'll tell you, when I first heard about that and then I discovered what it was, I was immensely disappointed. Like
Alright,
I thought it was one thing. I found out it was another, and I still supported them, but I was looking for something
For other reasons.
I had to move on.
okay, Far Cry 4, go.
If I play the other, yeah, big environments, looks nice.
Hopefully the story delivers.
The first one was a mess. I mean,
I said hopefully.
I said the third one, the last one was a mess. So
Which one? Wait. The third one or Blood Dragon?
Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3. There is no story. The fact that there's no story is the best part of Blood Dragon.
Well, you said the last one, so I was like, well, 3 or Blood Dragon?
Yeah, 3.
Okay. Because Blood Dragon was just awesome because it was like 80s techno.
Yeah, it was also for a different reason.
Oh, yeah, true.
Okay, I just gotta say really quickly regarding Far Cry 4, two very important things that came out of that. Number one, fucking elephants destroying shit. Yay. And
Weaponized animals.
Weaponized animals. Yeah.
Is it weird that when the elephants
And
came
then-
up, I thought of Family Guy, that reference where they're following people around with the tubas? Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, and then the big announcement that you can actually invite people on to play Far Cry 4 even if they don't own the game.
That's crazy.
That they said that it's one thing. It disables story mode.
Right?
And
I wanted to know what the catches were for that, because I only saw the conferences, so I'm going off the conferences.
Yeah, they talked about it later. Someone interviewed them. It's basically they download what would be like a small chunk of the open world, and they're just able to do all kinds of craziness from there. That's kind of it.
It's basically like taking Far Cry and turning it into Just Cause. You can just basically run around in a jungle area.
Just cause.
Okay.
Just cause.
All right, so I'm going to turn things over to John, who apparently has a list of stuff he's going to go through.
Oh god.
Just in general?
Yeah, you said you made a list, so let's go.
No, I took prodigious amounts of notes, but I don't know that there's any one talking point that's worth.
Well, you've already answered. And I think most of us have agreed. Well, okay, a couple of people may disagree. Who do you think won? PS4, Wii U, Xbox One? I think it was kind of even.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them won. In my opinion, I think the winners this year were Ubisoft, and that was just it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know. Ubisoft has some interesting stuff, but.
Well, I mean, this is the way.
Anybody had a strong
in
enough.
terms of presenting, I think they won.
The way of just freaking. I described it to a friend of mine on Facebook earlier this week. I was like, Xbox was good. Microsoft had a good press conference. Sony had a good press conference. Nintendo was okay. I did not like the Nintendo press conference, but that was just my kind of personal opinion on a bunch of the games. I don't care for Yarn Woolly Yoshi. I don't give a shit that Toad has his own game. I kind of grew out of that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, Captain Toad Treasure Hunter. Really don't care.
It's a mini game based off of a previous game. Now it's a full game.
I was like, I just imagine Luigi just sitting there going, the fuck? But
Yeah,
kind of.
What about Luigi?
But,
Nintendo buried one of their exclusive titles, Devil's Third from Itagaki. They should have had Itagaki show up and just.
I don't think they want a live audience with Itagaki there.
Yeah,
basically,
Itagaki should always be live.
Basically, I said everything was good except for two things. I said that Nintendo was okay, and I said fuck EA, and that was basically my whole quick sum up to.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Disappointed that we didn't see Last Guardian. I was hoping that maybe Sony would just come out and just kind of
The Last
quash.
Guardian ever
I fucking hate TRJ Try One. I fucking hate you right now.
What did he say?
TRJ Try One just got back from How to Train Your Dragon 2. Hi, I'm soaking in feels, and I'm like, I
I cried last night watching it.
But
Oh,
I fucking hate you too.
But like it's going to be a good conference for a game company when they come out and said, "Hi, it's hot, it's sweaty, it's smoking. Apparently, it's 420 up in this bitch."
That's Saishitala for you.
Yeah,
It's
she
like-
she had the funniest. She was the most entertaining host of all.
That's
of them.
why it was the best one,
That.
because it was actually entertaining. Because you were like, "Oh, game, wait, the host is back. What's she gonna say?"
And then like the part where they're talking about Just Dance, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm a discredit to my entire race. I'm that one black person that can't dance." And I'm like, "Holy shit, that's hilarious."
I was just waiting for, like an episode of Archer to break out.
Lana!
Like if they had like Sean Benjamin just show up during the.
Oh, and then
Alright, so this having been said, I'm gonna let this turn into a 5-minute rant where you guys can comment back on her. Go ahead. I'm just gonna open up the floodgates. Lisana, EA, have fun.
Fuck EA. That's all I have to say.
No. You have to give some explanation.
I don't remember.
well,
don't remember-
I can explain why
That
fuck
was
EA for
nice.
me.
I think
I
I was just mostly mad because, like, of all the crap they'd been pulling, I've been having trouble with EA recently. Just
Personally,
yeah, personally, and
So have
also
I.
like, oh hey, here we're totally not making another Mass Effect. Here's some development pictures and maybe some other things, but oh, hey guys, sports.
Well, yeah,
again,
Nobody gives a shit about the sports.
No, I know where her overbearing hatred of EA came from. If you read the chat, Lisana, you'll remember.
I can say fuck EA
Yeah.
because of mainly because one, within the past 3 weeks, I went on to their stupid fucking thing called Origins.
Origin, oh my god.
Their bypass for Steam, which is a failure. Went on there, bought the $5.99 Battlefield 3 because no one plays it on the Xbox anymore, so I got the PC one so I could play.
I bought the Humble Bundle a while back so I could get The Sims, and I still can't download it because they're a bunch of pieces of shit.
It would not verify the game for a week and a half. I bought the game. I could not put in the code manually. Nothing. It would not do anything. I called them, and they're like, "Oh yes, we're having a problem. Is there anything else you needed?" And I'm like, "Nope, that's fine." I was very calm about it. Whatever. And then I finally got it a couple of days before E3. The EA conference popped up. I was like, "Oh well, maybe they'll have something interesting." Game sports. Game sports. Game sports. Interesting. Not interesting. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Please shoot the stream. Please. It's boring. Take your sports. Move them elsewhere.
Take your sports and shove them up your ass, EA.
Your sports games have not been interesting since the first one.
guys, I think it's important to point out that EA is not just about sports; they're also esports now.
Yes. Oh, that's right. They are esports now. What's that
Well, they're
called?
gonna fail at that too.
Well, esports is a failure because it's not the FGC. FGC was like, fuck
Not
esports.
all esports are failures.
All esports, fuck them.
Well, I mean, not all of them, because
Fuck them. Fuck League. Fuck Dota. Fuck it all.
I'm not saying don't fuck
Oh,
them. I'm saying they're not all failures.
You're clearly not picking up on like the joke here. I'm gonna take it back a minute. I'm trolling esports. It's fine.
I know you
don't
are. I'm
like I understand that the game's still very successful. I empirically know this. I'm just making fun.
I know.
Don't worry about it.
I don't really get why they made esports. I can see why they would stream the stuff, but I don't see why they actually made teams and pay the people.
Because I don't know. Like I don't know
It's just-
how this works, but
Neither do I, and I don't see why it does work.
it works though. So whatever. You know,
Hey.
good.
And then they had a big thing on esports how, oh no, they're not allowed to play other games or stream them. Well, you just basically lost all your esports people. Oh no, they can play them, they can stream them. Okay, hypocritical assholes.
Well, it's, my biggest issue is like if you actually take a look at like the different companies and groups and stuff, if you actually break them down, EA has the worst customer service of all of the. Yeah,
Well,
their
yeah,
customer
basically,
service.
I did a live chat with one for the Battlefield 3 thing. I told them about it, and they basically just told me the same thing. I went online to see, and I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just wait.
Confession, I've been gaming for probably longer than some of you kids have been alive. I can probably guess that.
I'm willing to take that bet. I'm willing
Oh,
to
boy.
take that bet there.
Not you in particular, Richie. I mean, like some of
Me,
the
probably.
like all.
I'm
like her,
probably the youngest one here. So
Atari, baby!
You are the youngest one here.
I am an Atari, baby! Yeah.
Like, are you younger than 25?
yes.
Okay, then I've been playing games for longer than you've been alive. Anyway, I've legit not once ever called customer service. Like this.
I've never actually called customer service, but I know people that have, and I've heard back from them, and like, oh my god, the horror stories.
I've only called customer service twice. The last one was Battlefield 3 for that, because I was like, okay, is there any way you can just activate it for me manually? And then the other one was when I got Red Ring, and that was it.
I stand corrected. I have called customer service twice for issues that I had with.
Like hardware issues are one thing, but like the Battlefield thing, like, no, I'd never.
No, I called customer service for PlayStation, and I just gotta say, Sony customer service is amazing. Really quickly, just because they were helping me out, because I had a problem with being charged multiple times for PlayStation Plus. And they fixed that and got me my money back in a couple of days, but I still had my initial order go through for PlayStation Plus, so I still had my subscription for PlayStation Plus, but they fixed the problems that I had. And, dude, they were just awesome about that. I love Sony customer service for, like, all the hard work they do. Those guys are awesome, so shout out to...
See, I love Sony because of, like, their customer service and all that, but the only thing I don't love about Sony is this thing. This thing right here.
You don't like Arkham Origins?
No, I don't like the disc. The physical disc. Because it ruined my PS3.
Yeah.
Ruined it. I put it in, it froze, it burnt out the disc drive, and I can't play any games.
That was probably your faulty wiring or something. I don't know how that happened.
No, because it worked perfectly fine. This thing, for some reason, I don't know what it was about it, it froze. Would not read this disc. I put in another game, worked perfectly fine. I put this back in, it read it, froze again, would not read it. Any other game that I put in it now will not read. At all.
Yes.
Damn, dude.
So, Sony, if you're checking this out...
If you're checking this out, please,
help?
do something about Arkham Origins disc problem.
I don't know if you have you checked to see if it's multiple people that have had that issue.
Yeah, it has. It's ruined a lot of people.
Okay. So yeah, there's that thing. I would just contact Sony customer service about that as well. I mean, if nothing else, tweet at Sony, dude.
I was gonna say, like, you probably want to make sure you get your warranty on that or something, or. Mm-hmm. Like, they can replace your PS3. That's not a problem. Just and plus, at Arkham Origins, that game sucked ass.
Oh, by the way, two more days, ladies and gentlemen, 2 more days. Even though I don't think it's gonna happen for me, I'm not one of those people that's lucky enough to win it. But in 2 more days, they're giving away 15 PS4s. Just saying. Yeah.
Where are they giving these away? Where do I need to go in order to get one of these?
It was a thing that they were doing on Facebook. You can do that. You just have to share and leave a comment and like their status that they had. You know,
like this is the official PlayStation thing, like not some weird.
Yeah, go on like my Facebook page and scroll down. Hopefully you'll find it.
It's scary over there.
Huh?
I don't want it scary.
Oh, okay. But yeah, they're giving away 15 PS4s, so that's the thing. 2 more days, baby. I hope I win it, but I doubt I will. Anyway,
anything else, E3?
Yeah, anything else, E3? Otherwise, I'm just gonna wrap this whole thing up.
I love you. I love you guys. Thanks for.
Okay. Really quickly, just quick shout-outs for the people that came on that were guests. First and foremost, we want to thank John from Chainsaw Buffet podcast are coming on. You need to check out the Chainsaw Buffet podcast. Those guys are a bunch of goofy and silly guys who make random stuff. It's primarily gaming, but you never know from episode to episode what it's really going to be, which is kind of like Ass Backwards Anime Podcast, I guess. You never know what you're going to get from episode to episode. But those guys are insanely funny, and this has in no way been a shameless plug so I can get more of John's wife's lovely cookies. She's brought me cookies before. That's all I'm saying.
She brings everybody cookies.
Man, and I thought I was special. But
You thought that. That's what she wanted you to think.
That's what she wanted me to think. I was like, I'm Beto! I just want to say, I am the Dumb and Dumber 2 trailer special, that type of special.
Right.
If you haven't seen that trailer, you need to go and check out that trailer. That was so good.
You say Dumb and Dumber in special, all I think of, there's shit everywhere! It's on the walls!
All right. Anyway, and as well, thank you so much to Doctor from the Ass Backwards Anime Podcast for coming on and hanging out with us. As always, I am Natsu Dragneel. I am joined with Lisana Strauss and Talal Fernandez from the Fairy Tale Podcast. We will see you guys later. Please make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments below so that we can check those out later. I just need my guests to hang on for a couple more seconds after the show. And this has been the Fairy Tale Podcast Outside the Guild's E3 review. Have a good night. I will check you guys out. I will see you guys tomorrow at around, I think, 2 p.m. Central Time is around the time I'm going to set everything up so I can do the voiceover Q&A because everybody's been asking me over and over, and I'm getting sick of typing the same things out, so I'll just do a live show where I answer your voiceover questions for you. So many of you have been asking me, how do I become a voice actor for Funimation? I'm like, I am the wrong person to ask, dude, because I am not a voiceover actor for Funimation. But I know a lot of people who are, so maybe I have some pieces of advice. I don't know.
You have to cut off their head and assume their power. No, that doesn't actually work. No, I haven't tried that.
Damn.
What you must do is you must steal the Triforce of Power, and that helps. All right. Good night, everybody.
Night, Dr. Nick.